Okay, here we go. Going pretty fast. A lot of questions. X to the third plus x to the fourth. We do one level less than multiplication is addition. So we're just going to put x to the seventh power. We're just going to add them. One level less than addition is nothing. There's nothing we can do here. X to the third plus x to the fourth. One level less than division is subtraction. So 7 minus something is 2. 7 minus 5 is 2. This is powers. X to the seventh power to the eighth power. That's powers. One less than powers is multiplication. This is x to the 56th power. All right, 7 to the negative 2 power. I just want you guys to know that 7 to the second power is 49. So 7 to the negative 2 power is not negative 49. Negative powers turn things upside down. We're dividing by 49 instead of multiplying. So it's not negative, it's just upside down. Just something we need to remember. All right, one thing less than subtraction is nothing. Sorry, there's nothing we can do. All right, this one's right in scientific notation. We always start with the number. We start with this guy, and we put the decimal after the first number. So we pretend that it's right there. 350,000 is a lot bigger than 3.5. How many times would we have to multiply by 10? We'd have to multiply by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Times 10, 5 times. Times 10 to the fifth power. There we go. All right, we're going to take the numbers. We're going to put the decimal after the first number, 5.2. But 5.2 is way bigger than 0.00005 or 0.00052. How many times bigger? We'd have to divide by 10 once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. So 10 times 10 backwards 4 times, negative 4. So there we go. 5 times 2 times 10 to the negative fourth because we're making it smaller. All right, over here we start with 6.2. Like the decimal was right between 6.2 and we're multiplying. We're just moving it 1, 2, 3, 4. So there'd be a 0 there, a 0 there, and a 0 there. And the decimal ends up at the end, but we don't write decimals at the end. So this is just 62,000. And the decimal would be back there, but we don't write it when it's at the end. It's a waste of time. All right. 9.3 would be, the decimal would be like right there, and we're moving it backwards twice. So now it'd be 0.93. Now we move it to there, 0.093. There we go. All right, function, yes or no? Basically the question you're asked is, does any button have 2 jobs? This button has 1 job, this button has 1 job, this button has 1 job, we're good, function. Let's see, negative 2 has a job, 3 has a job, 4 has a job, 2 has a job. I don't care that they all do the same thing, that's fine. They just all have 1 job, that's cool, function. Nothing does 2 jobs. All right, vertical line test. Good, 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 function. All right, over here, good, 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 bad. I just hit in 2 spots, not a function. Not a function, not a function, not a function, not a function, 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 function. But yeah, so if it fails anywhere, the whole thing is not a function. All right, number 15 was supposed to be 36, okay, so 10 times pi is really like saying 10 times about 3. So 10 times 3 is right around 30. Okay, I don't know the square root of 10, but I do know the square root of 9. That's on my pink cards, and the square root of 9 is 3, because 3 times 3 is 9. So 2 times 3 is about 6. So 30 divided by 6 is right around 5. So this whole side is about 5. And the square root of 36 is 6. So is 5 bigger than 6? No, it is not. It's false. All right, 16. Let's see. The slope is up 1 over 2. Up 1 over 2. There's the slope, 1/2. The equation, as soon as I know the slope, I say y equals 1/2 x. And now I'm just going to say my begin on blue number is at +1, +2, plus +2. There we go. There's my equation. My slope, the red line is with my right arm is going up. It's positive. The pink line, or the red line is going down. It's negative. The pink line is going perfectly in between positive and negative. The slope is 0. Flat line, slope is 0. When it's perfectly flat, you just look for the one line that it hits. It hits right there. What line is that? That's the y-axis. So it hits the y-axis at +1. That's the equation, y equals 1. So the straight up and down and the straight sideways lines have really kind of different rules. You just look for the line it hits and tell me where it hits. It hits y at 1. Y equals 1. All right, this one, the slope of the red line, I can choose any points. Goes from there to there. Goes down 1 over 1. Down 1, negative 1 over 1. Negative 1 over 1 equals, we don't write ones on bottom. The slope is negative 1. So I say y equals negative 1x. And where does it start? It starts at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So plus 5. This is wrong. It's not wrong, but it's just the way we say it. We don't write ones in equations. Like I say this is 1x, this is 2x, this is 3x. We don't write ones. We just don't. We never do. So even with negative 1, we don't write it. This would be negative 1, negative 2x's, negative 3x's. So if we have negative 1x's, that's right, but we don't write the ones. We just say negative x, and that means negative 1x. So negative x plus 5. 1 is just a weird number that we don't write because it already means 1. Okay, this one, Starbucks order, negative 3x. Negative 3 times positive 4 is negative 12. You might have messed that up, equals negative 33. We're going to make our teams. And the guy that needs to move is the negative 12. So plus 12, dead. Negative 3x equals negative 33 plus 12 equals negative 21. The negatives win by 21. We divide by negative 3 to kill the negative 3. And x equals the negative kills the negative. 21 divided by 3 is 7. X equals 7. For this one, we make teams. Letter team, number team. We make who goes across? The 10. Minus 10, minus 10. Cool, gone. Now we have x with a 7 on, we have a bottom 7 equals 3. So we have a bottom 7, we need a top 7. A top 7. Top versus bottom, x equals 21. Cool, done. This one, make teams. There's a letter team, a number team, a number team. Which one needs to move? The negative 2 does, so we're gonna add him over to this side. He's dead. 5/3 x equals 20. Okay, we have a top and a bottom, so we need a bottom and a top. Dead. But if we multiply that side by 3/5, we have to multiply this side by 3/5. We can put a 1 on the bottom just to make it look balanced. Okay, x equals 20 times 3 on the top is 60 on the top. 5 times 1 on the bottom is 5. If I put 60 divided by 5 in my calculator, that is 12 is the answer. All right, 24. Y is the same thing as 3x plus 2. So I'm going to take out y. I'm going to plug in 3x plus 2. I'm going to put equals 5x minus 14. Let's see. Now I got to make my teams two ways. Number team, or letter team, number team. I'm going to subtract 3x's over here, subtract 3x's over there, add 14, add 14. Here we go. Dead. 2x's equal 16. I'm going to divide by 2, x equals 8. All right, but I'm not done. If x equals 8, then I got to take y is the same thing as 3 times 8, 3x's plus 2. So 3 times 8 is 24 plus 2, y equals 26. We always say these in alphabetical order, x, y, and then later there'll be a z when you get older. X, y, there we go. Next one. Y is the same thing as 4x's minus 1. So over here, I'm going to take out the y. I'm going to plug in 4x's minus 1. Everything else gets written the same. 3x plus 2 times 4x minus 1 equals 20. The 3x isn't involved in my Starbucks order, so he just gets a free pass. This one is 2 times 4x is positive 8x. 2 times negative 1 is negative 2 equals 20. I have 3x's and 8x's on the same side. I have 11x's on the same side. Minus 2 equals 20. We'll make our teams. 11x's, negative 2, 20. The guy who needs to move is the negative 2. Plus 2, plus 2. 11x equals 22. Divide by 11. X equals 2. I'm going to say, okay, but the y is the same thing as 4x's minus 1. 4x's is 4 2's minus 1. 8 minus 1 is what y equals. Y equals 7. We put them in alphabetical order, 2, 7. Geez, so many problems. What a mean math teacher. Okay, let's see. Goes up 6, forward 1. 6 divided by 1. We don't write 1's on the bottom. It's just 6. Once I know the slope, I say y equals 6x. 6x's, 6 3's is 18. But I'm shooting for 15, so I need to minus 3. Okay, 6x minus 3. This one goes up 42 over 6. 42 divided by 6 is 7. So once I know my slope, y equals 7x. Then I see, okay, if I take 7 of my x's, I've got 28. But I'm shooting for 30, so I need to add 2 more. Okay, let's see. Rational or irrational, anything with a pattern? Rational. Rational or irrational, pi goes on forever, so this whole thing goes on forever. Let's see. This is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. 5 squared plus 12 squared equals c squared. 25 plus 144 equals c squared. 169 equals c squared. I take the square root of both sides. And c equals 13. So this is 13. I use c, but you could use x too. Same thing over here. Let's see. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. 9 squared plus 12 squared equals c squared. 81 plus 144 equals c squared. 225 equals c squared. I take the square root to get rid of the second power. Take the square root. And c equals 15. All right, over here, like you can already see I did it with someone else. Let's see. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. 6 squared plus 2 squared equals c squared. 36 plus 4 equals c squared. 40 equals c squared. Take the square root. C equals the square root of 40. Now, I don't know the square root of 40. That's not a pink card, so I can throw it in my calculator. 40 hit square root, and it's about 6.3. So we're rounding that to the nearest tenth. All right, let's see here. Last problem. I am tired. I can't wait to be done with this. I'm sure you guys can't either. Okay, it's an elimination, so here we go. Okay, I really want one of the letters to kill itself off. But none of the letters do. 4 doesn't kill off 3, and -2 doesn't kill off 4. But -2 could kill off 4 if it was twice as big. So I'm going to take this whole equation. I can't just change one thing, but I can change the whole equation and make it twice as big. So instead of 4x's, I have 8x's. Instead of -2y's, I have -4y's. Instead of -16, I have -32. Now I'm going to add them together. I'm going to add the top one, positive 8x's and positive 3x's is 11x's. -4y's and positive 4y's is 0. They're gone. That's what I wanted. -32 and -1 is -33. I'm going to top versus bottom the 11, and x equals -3. So we're done with that one. Now I'm going to have to look at which equation do I think is easiest to work with. I think probably this one is. So 3x's plus 4y's equals -1. Okay, but I know x's are -3, so now I can get rid of x and plug in -3. So 3 times -3 is -9 plus 4y equals -1 plus 4y equals -1. Okay, let's see. I'm going to add 9 to this side to move it over with its number, buddy. I didn't make the shapes. You can if you need to. 4y equals -1 plus 9. The positives win by 8. I top versus bottom the 4. Oh my gosh, we're already almost done. Y equals 2. And we put them in alphabetical order. So did I figure out the x? Yeah, the x was -3 and the y was 2. There's my answer. Okay, there's all of your homework. And just before this, I did the honors homework too. So I just did a lot of problems. Good luck tomorrow. If you don't need to know all this stuff yet, but do your best. Okay, good luck tomorrow. Bye.